Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Neon. I'm here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And we're going to talk about Alita and the chances of there being a sequel to Alita Battle Angel. Again.
It's
twice.
A sequel to the last video.
It's a sequel to the last video talking about Alita getting a sequel, but this time we're going to talk about comic book resources. Wait, we talked about comic book resources last time.
It's the same author.
It's the same author. 2 days ago, Anthony Gramuglia. Hi, Anthony. How you doing? I know you're watching. My name's Neon. Hello. Why Alita Battle Angel is still being pitted against Captain Marvel.
Yeah, that was the other one. They kept making it about that.
So we did this video.
We called out the BS.
Yeah, why the media is still pitting these two against each other because of Blu-ray sales, right? So Anthony is back now with a more positive article.
Actually, the article is actually pretty good until you get to the end. And of course, we have to put some jabs in the end. But for the most part, it was actually done that it stayed on target. It talked about Alita and didn't pit it against anybody else. Until the end.
Anthony, you were great up until the very end. Anyway, Alita, will it get a sequel? Well, we're going to talk about that because it's killing it. Alita's killing it in Blu-ray sales. And from what we understand from Rosa Salazar herself, if you want to see another Alita movie, you got to buy those Blu-rays, you got to buy those downloads. That will determine whether or not there's enough incentive for Disney to greenlight, Disney who now owns Fox, Disney to greenlight a sequel to Alita. Speaking of Fox, we'll bring this up first. Fox just canceled a ton of movies, or Disney canceled a ton of Fox movies. One of those I think was Nimona.
We don't know that though for sure.
I think it was, but we don't know for sure. But yeah, so Disney's not really looking too favorably on these Fox properties other than Avatar because it's in the theme park.
There was a bunch of video game movies they were going to do that were in there too that got canned.
That might be for the greater good. Because video game movies notoriously are not that good. But I would say the same thing about Battle Angel. When somebody said, hey, we're going to do a live action Battle Angel, I would have been like, that is going to suck so bad.
Yeah.
But it didn't. Should we talk about the Blu-ray sales first?
Yeah.
Do people still buy DVDs?
Apparently
they do, because it's still on DVD. So they're talking about how Alita has topped disc sales for the second week in a row. 20th Century Fox sci-fi actioner Alita Battle Angel was #1 for a second consecutive week on the Video Scan First Alert chart, which tracks combined DVD and Blu-ray disc unit sales. So yeah, people were still buying DVDs. And the dedicated Blu-ray disc sales chart ended. The top 3 on both charts were unchanged from the previous week. Hellboy Remake was #2.
Is that already on Blu-ray too?
It's because it's terrible.
Yeah, I was like, that seems really fast.
And Shazam. Shazam is in 3rd place.
Okay.
I like Shazam. Shazam was good. Ugly Dolls came in at #4. I don't think anybody wanted that. But that's actually a pretty good indicator here that
explains the other article.
Yeah. So now they're pushing for Alita too, but not for the alt-right.
Yeah, because the last article they were complaining about pitting them against each other, and we're like, why? Why this article now? There must be a reason. Well, the Blu-ray sales is why. And then he comes back with an article that actually is really well done until the end.
Yeah, they're talking about how did it turn enough of a profit to warrant a sequel. Rosa Salazar said she would love to play Alita again, but it does depend on the Blu-ray sales. And she told fans to go buy those Blu-rays, and they are. It's been #1 for 2 weeks in a row. Might be #1 again next week. That would be pretty cool. The sequel has yet to be greenlit, and remember, Disney just canceled a whole bunch of Fox movies, so I don't know. The question remains if we will return to Alita's 26th century dystopia. So nobody knows if the sequel is going to be greenlit yet. Depends on the sales. Now, 404.9 million is pretty good. That's actually more than Solo made, but Alita cost more than Solo.
Yeah.
Alita is actually a very expensive movie. So yeah, it needed to gross at least 340 million. It grossed over 60 million more. That makes it a soft success, and thank China for that.
Yeah, it was. It was a big deal. It was overseas.
Yeah, and they're actually bringing that up. Does the domestic box office matter? Because Pacific Rim did really well overseas. It didn't do that well here, but it did well overseas. And then they greenlit a sequel, and it sucked.
The sequel sucks. I'm sorry, but
the sequel was god awful.
The sequel was terrible.
So sometimes you get what you wished for,
but it's not what you wanted.
But it's not what you actually wanted. The sequel to Pacific Rim is not canon. It's a bullshit movie.
It is really bad.
It's a bullshit movie that I watched 3/4 of and shut it off, and then we'll never watch again.
It's pretty bad.
But I love the first one.
Yeah, the first one's pretty good.
I love the first one. So, they're related. Why is Alita still being pitted against Captain Marvel?
Yeah.
So we go through the whole article, and we talk about the sales. This is where it matters, right? When Alita Battle Angel hit digital and home media, an energetic fan base, well aware of the film's box office struggles, rushed out to support the film by buying the DVDs. Their zeal will probably turn Alita into a cult classic on the home media market. Several films that struggled at the box office found their ground thanks to word of mouth and physical media sales. That is true. Starship Troopers and Pacific Rim, but yeah, we talk about the Fox merger and how that could hurt them. Mm-hmm. And again, we go down here, sequels are planned, and clearly they were setting it up for a sequel. And it's all good. Till, like you said, we get to the next to the last paragraph, and that's where all of these articles come off the rails.
Oh, no, his last article came off the rail right from the beginning. But this one, he really gets it all good. It's like it's right on target. It's factual. It's sticking to like a real article almost. It
like
sounds
actual
like a
news.
real article. And then we get to the end. Go ahead.
If you want to see the planned sequels be made, it might be best to do the following. Show enthusiasm.
The people did, and you got mad for it.
But not too much enthusiasm. Because you might
the
be
right kind of enthusiasm,
No.
which I have no idea what the hell that means.
The left kind of enthusiasm.
Which I don't even know what that means.
That means
talk a lot and not buy anything.
be enthusiastic, but not too enthusiastic, because people might think you're a Nazi.
No, I think it's be enthusiastic, but make sure everybody knows you love Captain Marvel too, and you use the right hashtags. You don't use the wrong hashtag.
There is no best girl. They're both good girls. For better or for worse, a lot of the online discourse surrounding Alita has been toxic.
A lot of the media surrounding Alita, including CBR, has been toxic.
Yeah, wasn't CBR that did the whitewashing article too?
People like these media outlets were the ones who caused the trouble, because people were like, okay, cool, go see Alita. And then they made it this big issue about Alita against Captain Marvel, and Alita was problematic, even though what they were arguing about with Alita, Captain Marvel could be argued also. She's in a body, a suit that shapes her body, and she has boobs. Well, so does Captain Marvel. Woo-wee. But anyway, Disney started pushing it. People got pissed, and now it's toxic, according to CBR, who themselves are toxic.
Well, they're not even mentioning Captain Marvel by name. Certain individuals have co-opted the film to use as a weapon against films they don't like.
It wasn't against films they don't like so much as it was films against a studio they didn't like. They didn't like the way fans are treated by the studio.
Fans of the movie, sick of being associated with this element, have aggressively been trying to prove they aren't like those other fans. That's actually true. We actually had some people comment in our last video.
I don't know. I don't know anything about this.
Yeah,
where's this at?
the Alita Army hashtag.
Yeah.
We actually had some of those folks commenting on our last video saying that they are angry that people turned Alita, which was supposed to be apolitical.
Yeah, this is what I thought.
Into a political thing.
Yes, and I agree with them.
And that they pit Alita against Captain Marvel too.
Yeah, they made it the issue. Not the CBR and outlets like it made that the issue first. People with that was in response to it.
It's so weird that these movies, the movies that you like or dislike, have become a political litmus test.
It's ridiculous.
I mean, we're looking at The Last Jedi here, right? And if you like The Last Jedi, you're progressive. I mean, we're just boiling it down to like how it's portrayed in the media. If you don't like The Last Jedi, you're some sort of like alt-right crazy Nazi person.
We saw one person write the whole article and made it out like, Trump's golden throne because people didn't, because if you like Star Wars, remember?
It was ridiculous. It was the most ridiculous article. And it's the same with Alita versus Captain Marvel. If you like Alita, you're some alt-right nutcase. If you like Captain Marvel, you're on the right side of history.
Yeah, and it's like, and they never should have put it against each other anyway, because they were released different times. I mean, almost a month apart, weren't they? Like several weeks, like 3 or 4 weeks apart.
Yeah, it was like 6 weeks apart.
There was no it wasn't that long. I think it was like because I think Captain Marvel was beginning of March and Alita was early in February, so it was like 2 or 3 weeks apart. There was absolutely no reason for this at all. There was none. Other than these places and, the mouse, I'm sure, pitting them against each other to try to cause, issues, which is what caused the people to boycott Captain Marvel for Alita, was the behavior seen by the media.
Yeah, I would totally agree with that. And, again, so CBR hasn't been as bad as some of the other news outlets, I don't think, but yeah, they're all kind of stoking the fire here, and it's all about whipping people up into a frenzy to get clicks, to get views. And it's unfortunate because Alita was a good movie. It was a solid movie. It was probably, I would say, the best anime adaptation yet. It was really well done, and you know, it would be very unfortunate if it didn't get a sequel. But again, it always comes down to money.
So let me sum it up for you. It did well. Thank you, China. It did, because of China, it did a lot better. It's done well enough that it could warrant a sequel, depending on situations. And then at the end of it, if you really like the movie and you want to see sequels, be enthusiastic, go online, spread the word, and buy the DVDs or Blu-rays. That's what it all is trying to say. Look how I said that without putting an ounce of negativity or politics into that.
Be enthusiastic, but not all right.
Yeah. I mean, I'm like, I would love to know what you mean by enthusiastic, because I mean, this is ridiculous. I mean, people are just saying they like Alita, and they like it better than Captain Marvel. Make this be a missive, like, oh, by the way, and people are like flipping out on them. You must be all right. It's like, no, I just didn't like Captain Marvel as well.
Yeah, I mean, and we were fair. Like, we were critical of the marketing around Captain Marvel, but we were fair in the review, and we said it was not the worst movie ever made.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't the best by far.
It was okay. It was okay, but it was okay mostly because of everybody else, in the cast. Not Brie Larson, but she was actually the weakest element. But the movie itself was okay.
Yeah, it wasn't terrible.
It was okay.
It is what it is. Anyway, anything else?
Not really. I guess if you want to see Alita 2, go buy a copy. We bought ours digitally, so we did our part, I guess. But go buy the Blu-ray, the steel books, the whatever versions, and hopefully we'll get a sequel, because that kind of left us hanging.
They might say this, and everybody goes and buys it, and they're like, "Nope, we're not rebooting it, but we are not getting a second season. But we just told you that, so you buy it and give us more money."
That's Disney. It's hard to figure them out, because they might look at Alita and be like, "Where are we going to put this thing? Are we going to do an Alita theme park expansion? No. Are we going to have Alita dolls on the shelf? No.
They should.
They should.
They might sell them.
Brushable hair Alita.
I wonder if they'll have dust in the box like they did Captain Marvel dolls did.
Oh my God. Everywhere you go, there's dust.
No, we were actually at the parks in the store, and the Captain Marvel boxes had dust all over top.
Yeah, Disney,
remember?
Yeah, they did.
And it was like, whoa, no one's even moved these things.
Nope. Carol's not going anywhere. So, all right, so we're going to wrap this one up.
Yep. Please
subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants here on Clownfish TV. This has been Neon and Geeky.
Bye.
Goodbye. Hey guys, thanks for watching Clownfish TV. Please consider supporting the channel. Go to clownfishsupport.com. That's clownfishsupport.com. And if you want to join our community, go to clownfishtalk.com. That's clownfishtalk.com. Please subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. We will talk to you next time.
Bye.